Hello there, friend. Are you dreaming of a fresh new look for your home? Maybe a wall that truly pops with personality and warmth? Well, I'm so excited to talk all about three-dimensional wallpaper today. It's like a little bit of magic for your walls. It truly is. This isn't your grandma's old floral paper, though we love those too. Modern three-dimensional wallpaper adds amazing texture and depth to a room. It makes any space feel instantly special and wonderfully inviting. Let's explore this fun and transformative trend together, shall we? So many folks are falling in love with three-dimensional wallpaper, and it's easy to see why. It's a fantastic way to add a whole lot of character to a room, and you can do it without a huge, messy renovation project. Think of it as adding instant architecture or a beautiful feature. It can cleverly make a small room feel a bit bigger or more open. Or, in a larger space, it can bring in a touch of coziness. It really adds that special, thoughtful touch that makes a house a home. It's a real conversation starter when friends and family come over. Plus, there are just so many beautiful styles to choose from now. Now let's chat about the different types of three-dimensional wallpaper you might find. There are so many lovely kinds to discover on your decorating journey. You might see foam panels, which are often lightweight and easy to install. These can look just like real brick or rustic wood, which I just adore. Then there are vinyl wallpapers, which are super durable and often wipeable. These are a great practical choice for busy spots like kitchens or hallways. Plant fiber options are becoming popular too. They're eco-friendly and have such a beautiful natural texture. They bring a really organic, calming feel into a space. And fabric-backed vinyls are very sturdy and have a rich, luxurious look. Each one has its own unique texture and charm waiting to be discovered. Thinking about where to use these wonderful wallpapers? Well, it really depends on the room and the feeling you want to create. For bedrooms, softer textures and calming patterns can create a truly peaceful retreat. Imagine a lovely, subtly textured wallpaper behind your bed, like a built-in headboard. In living rooms, a bolder three-dimensional design can become a stunning focal point, a real showstopper. For kitchens, you'll want to choose something that's easy to wipe clean, like those durable vinyls. And for home offices, a sophisticated geometric pattern or a calming, nature-inspired texture can help create a productive and pleasant workspace. Don't be afraid to get creative with placement. It doesn't always have to be a full wall. Alright, before we can get to the fun part of putting up wallpaper, let's gather our materials. Getting all your supplies ready first makes the whole process smoother. You'll obviously need your chosen three-dimensional wallpaper, the star of the show. A good sturdy measuring tape is absolutely essential for accuracy. You'll also want a sharp utility knife or a craft knife for making clean, precise cuts. A wallpaper smoother tool will become your very best friend. Trust me on this. For traditional glue-on types, you'll need the right wallpaper adhesive. Also, grab a roller or a brush to apply it, and a paint tray. A level helps keep everything perfectly straight, and a pencil is handy for making little marks. Measuring and planning are key steps, so let's not rush this part. First, carefully measure the height and the width of the wall or walls you plan to cover. Then, multiply these two numbers together to get the total square footage. Next, check the label on your wallpaper roll. It will tell you how much area it covers. It's always a wise idea to buy a little extra wallpaper. I usually recommend about 10 to 15% more than you calculated. This extra bit will account for any little mistakes or for matching up patterns. Also, take a moment to think about where you want the design to start on the wall, especially if you've chosen a wallpaper with a large or repeating pattern. Now let's talk about wall preparation because this is so important, friends. Please don't skip this step. A well-prepped wall makes all the difference for a beautiful finish. You'll want to start with a clean surface, so gently wash off any dust, dirt, or grease. You can use a mild soap and water solution for this, then let the wall dry completely. We are aiming for a perfectly smooth surface for our wallpaper to adhere to. So, take the time to fill any nail holes, little dents, or cracks with spackle or filler. Once the filler is dry, sand it down lightly with fine grit sandpaper until it's smooth to the touch. Priming the wall is another step I really recommend for most situations. A good quality primer does a couple of wonderful things for your wallpaper project. It helps the wallpaper stick much better and more evenly to the wall. It also makes removal a whole lot easier if you decide to change things up down the road. Primer creates a nice, uniform surface for the wallpaper to grip onto. Be sure to choose a primer that's specifically recommended for wallpaper application. Apply one even coat with a roller or brush and then let it dry completely. This usually takes a few hours, or sometimes it's best to leave it overnight. Patience here will truly pay off in the end, I promise you that. Okay, here comes the exciting part. Applying your beautiful peel and stick three-dimensional wallpaper. This type is wonderfully beginner-friendly and so satisfying to work with. You'll want to start at the top corner of your wall. Carefully peel back just a few inches of the protective backing paper from the top of the roll. Align the top edge of the wallpaper carefully with your ceiling line or a level pencil line you've drawn. Gently press that exposed, sticky part onto the wall. Then, slowly continue to peel more of the backing paper away as you work your way down. Use your wallpaper smoother tool to press it firmly onto the wall. Always work from the center of the strip outwards to remove any sneaky air bubbles. Now, if you've chosen a traditional glue-on three-dimensional wallpaper, the process is a little different but just as rewarding. This method takes a little more care and attention to detail. Some wallpaper types require you to apply the wallpaper paste directly to the back of the paper itself. For other types, you'll apply the paste right onto the wall. It's so important to always check the manufacturer's instructions that came with your specific wallpaper. Once your paste is ready, gently hang your first strip, again starting from the top of the wall. Smooth it down carefully with your wallpaper smoother. And remember to wipe away any extra glue that squeezes out quickly with a clean, damp sponge or cloth. Let's think beyond just covering all four walls. There are so many creative ways to use three-dimensional wallpaper. An accent wall is always a wonderful place to start, and it makes such a statement. It draws the eye and adds a beautiful point of focus to any room. Have you ever thought about wallpapering a ceiling? It can add such an unexpected and delightful touch of drama or texture. Or how about lining the back of a bookshelf or a display cabinet? Even a small powder room can be transformed into a little jewel box with the right three-dimensional wallpaper. You can also mix and match your wallpaper with painted walls for a really custom layered look that feels unique to your home. Here are a few little tips to help you get a smooth and neat result you'll be proud of. The most important thing is to take your time. There's absolutely no need to rush the process. A sharp blade in your utility knife is truly key for getting those clean, crisp edges when trimming. For some wallpapers, you might need to overlap the seams very slightly. Others require you to butt the edges closely together. Always check what your paper suggests. Keep a damp cloth or sponge handy to wipe away any glue smudges immediately. And don't forget to step back often to look at your work from a distance. Small adjustments as you go can make a really big difference. And most importantly, try to have fun with it. Let's dream up some lovely design ideas for your bedroom, making it a true sanctuary. A beautifully textured three-dimensional wallpaper installed behind your bed can look so elegant. It almost acts like a custom built-in headboard, adding softness and interest. For a bedroom, I often suggest choosing calming colors and subtle, gentle patterns. Perhaps a soft fabric-like texture or a delicate botanical relief design. These kinds of choices help to create a restful, cozy, and inviting atmosphere. After all, your bedroom is your personal retreat from the world. Sweet dreams are surely made of spaces that feel this comforting and special. Kitchens and home offices can also shine with the magic of three-dimensional wallpaper. In the kitchen, those faux brick or tile three-dimensional patterns are incredibly popular, and for good reason. They add so much charm and character. Just be sure to choose a type that is wipeable and durable enough for a kitchen environment. It can create a stunning backsplash effect without the expense of real tiles. For home offices, try to pick something that feels inspiring and helps you focus. Maybe a sophisticated geometric pattern could do the trick, or perhaps a subtle wood grain texture for a touch of natural warmth. It really helps to make your workspace feel more inviting and less utilitarian. Now let's talk about cleaning and caring for your new three-dimensional wallpapered walls, plus a few pros and cons. The good news is that most modern three-dimensional wallpapers are quite easy to care for. A gentle wipe with a soft, damp cloth is often all that's needed to keep them looking fresh. Always double-check the manufacturer's care suggestions for your specific paper. The pros? Oh, they transform spaces so beautifully and quickly. They add wonderful texture, depth, and can even help hide small imperfections on your walls. The cons? Well, installation can take some patience and care. Some of the more delicate types need a gentle touch, and removal down the line might take a bit of effort, but the incredible impact is usually well worth it. And here's a final encouraging thought for you, my friend. Decorating your home, making it your own, should always be a joyful and fulfilling thing. Trying something new, like installing three-dimensional wallpaper for the first time, can feel a little bit daunting, I know. But I truly believe that you can do it, one step at a time. If you're feeling a bit nervous, maybe start with a small wall or a little nook. Embrace the process, learn as you go, and don't be afraid of imperfections. The real reward is creating a space that truly reflects you and your story. A home that's filled with your heart, your hands, and your unique style. Go on, give it a try. You might just surprise yourself.